Hello, I'm Grayson Daughters, or Spacey G on Twitter, and my blog is mostlymedia.wordpress.com. And with me today, I have a very special guest. This is Atlanta's latest, recently crowned, or newly crowned, I should say, blog queen, Tessa Horland, who was just named Creative Loafing's best blogger. Congratulations, by the way, Tessa.
Thank you.
And you were the reader's pick and the critic's pick?
I was the reader's pick for best blog/blogger and runners-up for best blogger and for best Georgia-based music blog.
Wow. So take a moment to tell people who you are on Twitter and where they can find you online.
You can find me online at driveafastercar.com, which is also my Twitter name, driveafastercar. Or I'm also on Twitter as @Tessa, Tessa.
Okay, and we're here today. We're going to talk a little bit about hashtags because they've played an important role in your life, I know,
Absolutely.
And they certainly play a very important role on Twitter. So this is a little basic lesson in how to use hashtags. First of all, Tessa, what are hashtags on Twitter?
Hashtags are a way of basically categorizing content in your tweets or your updates so that people can better find information that they're looking for, regardless of whether you are actually connected with each other on Twitter.
And just the very basics, how do you recognize a hashtag? When you're on Twitter and you see one, what's the common
Basically,
item?
hashtags are symbolized by a pound sign, followed by a word or abbreviation immediately afterwards without any spaces in it.
So pound, and then whatever phrase you want to use or you dream up, but no spaces. So, and why are they valuable?
They're great because it's a fantastic way for you to find content. Most recently, we've been using it in Atlanta behind the flash flooding that we've had around the city. People were basically updating road closings, power outages, updates with photos of their neighborhoods and other sorts of areas that they were passing on their way home, perhaps from work, with the ATL flood hashtag.
So they would write an item. So I've got a picture, here's a picture I'm twittering of a flood at, say, Peachtree Creek, a flooded area, and then tagging onto that, you would write the pound symbol ATL flood, right?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Exactly.
And the newbie, tell them how, so it's just a matter of typing in, just text, writing the text pound ATL flood in this case, or you can make up any kind of hashtag if you wanted, right?
Absolutely.
Okay. Tell me a little bit about your history with hashtags. You got a lot of attention for using a hashtag in a crisis before, because Atlanta ATL flood hashtag is unfortunately not our first crisis hashtag use on Twitter here in Atlanta. We're kind of, it's one crisis after the other, isn't it?
It seems to be that way lately. Last year, about this time as well, we had a horrible gas shortage, also due to crazy late summer, early fall weather, and it was impossible for a lot of Atlanta residents to be able to find gas. Gas stations were getting gas for limited time periods, selling out right of way. People were stalling out on the highway from not having gas, calling AAA before they even ran out of gas. And it basically, I started a hashtag last September where people could insert pound ATL gas into their tweets where they were finding gas and what type of gas. So people were able to go and search using that hashtag and find where they could get gas for their vehicles.
Let's talk briefly about searching on Twitter, because some people might not be aware that Twitter is an amazing search tool. It's almost a search engine in itself. You think Google's great, well, try Twitter, because it has right there now on the home page, you can just plug in any search term you want. So then you can plug in a hashtag. In this case, you can just type in pound ATL flood, and then boom.
Absolutely.
What do you get there in front of your face?
Yep. You can either do it from the main Twitter site, or you can go to search.twitter.com, and you just put in pound ATL flood, and you'll see live updates of people who are using the hashtag to provide information about the flooding that's going on around Atlanta.
And it updates automatically too once you go to that search.twitter.com.
Absolutely.
It'll just leave it up on your desktop.
Yeah. And it'll automatically update. And it'll
Okay.
show you at the top of the page, right underneath where you've searched, there are so many new updates, and encourage you to refresh the page.
In fact, it's almost, it's gotten so macro with the flood situation. You could probably go if you're interested in the Atlanta flood situation, you can do a search for Peachtree Creek, for instance. You can start, I don't want to get into the whole geotagging thing here right ever, but you can certainly search through Twitter now for, say, Peachtree Creek, Nancy Creek, Paulding County, Douglas County, any of these specific areas, because people are probably Twittering so much in their area. Just
Absolutely.
very specific, since we haven't been able to get out a whole lot in the city. So that search function is really amazing.
Absolutely, and the other great thing about the search function is that you don't have to be a registered user of Twitter in order to be able to use it. So if you were just wondering if you were able to get home, if a bridge was closed near your house, if you happen to live anywhere near a creek or the Chattahoochee River, for example, you can go and search for it, and you don't have to sign up, zero commitment whatsoever.
So you don't have to establish a Twitter account. You can just use it as a search tool, use it as a search engine, and just go at it and get just loads of information, more than you'll ever want or need probably, but it's great to know it's there.
Absolutely.
So that kind of wraps up our quick talk here about hashtags, and specifically Atlanta natural disasters or man-made disasters or whatever. We got it going. Tessa's got it going. Everybody's got that hashtag going. Again, pound ATL flood. And again, congratulations, Tessa, on being named Atlanta's best blogger.
Thanks, Grayson.
Bye.